you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on side. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on Synergy Network Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. Remember that. So we're going straight into our news tonight, viewers. And this is where I need you to call in the program tonight and let us know what you think about the performance of our Commissioner of Police in Trinidad and Tobago. What do you think about her performance in the last 12 months? Now, Port of Spain pedestrians share mixed views on the performance of Police Commissioner Erla Hayward Christopher on another one-year extension to her tenure on May 13th. Yesterday, the Office of the Prime Minister confirmed that Cabinet advised President Christine Kangaloo under Section 75A of the Police Service Act to extend Hayward Christopher service for a period of 1 year with effect from May 15, 2024. The Act allows for Hayward Christopher service to be extended by a third year in 2025. A man added he believes she should be given more time to implement her vision, but the majority of respondents said they were not in favor of her tenure being extended further. Another woman said Hayward Christopher had not done enough of a good job to warrant an extension. So ladies and gentlemen, viewers of Real Talk with Saieed Ali, live on Synergy Network, and those of you who are looking on via Facebook or YouTube, feel free to call in the program 238-6716. Let's hear what you have to say. Now, what I would like to see made public, to be published, is the appraisal performance for the year 2023 into 2024. What appraisal did the Cabinet use that would recommend that the Commissioner of Police, Erla Hayward Christopher, deserve another year? Another year. What appraisal did they use? What performance did they use? Because let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. The Commissioner herself came out and said none of her plans work. None. Absolutely none. So I want to know now, who are these people in the Cabinet that advised the President to give Erla another year? Where are these people from? Are these people living in our next country? Are these people blind? Are they dumb? Are they deaf? You're going to tell me you have selected for a second tenure in office a police commissioner who says in the first year that none of my plan worked, and you put her there again for next year to tell Trinidad and Tobago the same damn thing, that my plan haven't worked again? Let me tell you something. If she couldn't come up with a plan in the first 12 months and it become active in her tenure, then you cannot do it in the second term. Who is these people in Cabinet? Huh? Who is these people really in Cabinet? How come the public don't know about who are the people in the Cabinet? To give that woman a second term, let me tell you something. You have to be blind, you have to be dumb, and you have to be deaf. Haven't you all listened to this woman's speech on television? In the Joint Select Committee, in sports days? Haven't you all listened to that woman's speech? Or is it because of favorism? I don't know, I'm asking a question. Is it because somebody wants her there, whether she performs or not? I'm asking a question. The Cabinet advised the President to give Erla another year in office. Do they really care? When you see things like this happening, ask yourself, do these people in Cabinet really care about the citizens? Feel free to call in 2386716. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago, the cabinet has just appointed Earl Hayward Christopher another 1 year in Trinidad and Tobago with lack of performance from the first year, lack of vision in the first year, lack of idea in the first year, no accountability in the first year, and boom, she got another year. Another year. Call her good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Nice program, man.
Thank you, my
people
friend.
Ready? You know, they get Jackass on your name. Yeah, because I don't understand how you could take a person who is doing nothing for this country and for them to say that they could, you know, run her next year. She did nothing for us. She don't need to be there. They need to get somebody new.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, feel free to call in. Your security is at stake. Your house is at stake. The safety of your children going to school and coming back, is it at risk? The safety of your husband going to work, the wife going to work, the mother going to work, everybody going to work and coming back is at risk. The first 12 months in your job, you did absolutely nothing. Nothing. You come out and admit to Trinidad and Tobago, oh God, all of nothing at work. My plan at work, we fail. You come out in a joint select committee. Out of 25,000 gun applicants, 100 get it. 100. So we have 24,900 individuals who is asking for a gun, who pass all the criteria, but you only grant 100? Call a good night.
Good night, Saeed. This is the imitation vaccine vagrant.
Short and sweet.
The police commissioner was appointed because if they had put somebody brighter than Fitzy and the true vaccine vagrant, then they look bad. I expect the metrics that I'm using to judge your performance is one, if we will have a rolling average of 600 plus homicide during her possibly 3-year term. And if we're going to move from number 6 to number 1 in the world for murders per capita. I go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. What appraisal of performance did the cabinet use to give Earl Hayward Christopher a second term in office? What appraisal did they use? What? Is because is Earl connected to some family in this election process? I don't know. I am asking a question. Who is Earl connected to that gave her a second term in office? A non-performing individual in a very high position. The protective service. Imagine that. I could imagine how my officers in Trinidad now may be holding their head and ball. Well, you know what? Well, that is it. We country done again. We have the tail wagging the dog. Instead of the dog had to think about, you know what? I see my master, let me wag my tail and be happy. Let me tell you something, the tail wagging for itself now. No trust, no confidence, lack of performance, lack of vision, lack of idea, lack of every damn thing. Call her good night.
Good night, sir. I think this commissioner is the best one we ever had. She's so perfect.
Hold on. You mean the best commissioner we had in non-performance?
Well, no. You see, she's perfect for the job because she's not doing anything.
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. Trinidad and Tobago, I want to hear from all of tonight. All their safety is at risk. You feel like studying Ola? You feel like studying the cabinet? It's performance people looking at. It's the safety of our country we're looking at. It's the safety that when we put we head on the pillow, we must know we how safe. Is it? Is it? Am I the only one in Trinidad who actually seen what's taking place? Who in the cabinet? And what performance appraisal did they use to give Ola a second term? It's like clung in both and the cabinet. The cabinet appointed 2 individuals to investigate the Auditors General office who found a mistake that the ministry made. We back to front. Before they investigate the ministry, they go on to investigate the Auditor General. What do they expect to find? The Auditor General did their work. They come up with a lump sum of money missing, no paperwork, but Klong Inbert and his people want to investigate the Auditor General office. On top of that now, according to Ramdas, this is Colin Inbert. What you could do to help the government? Are we going forward or are we going backward? In some other country, ministers had to step down, you know. Because the leader, very how? The leader said, I ain't closing down petrol station, and boom, shot, petrol station closed down. Let the leader say, take it on the pavement. What do you expect the Minister of Finance to do? Not to go on the pavement to and gallivant? Taxpayers of Trinidad and Tobago, forget all as UNC, forget all as PNM. Forget, let me tell you something, for a brief moment, forget what party you belong to. When you pull up a gas station and you pay your tax, where your money went? Not for better roads? Listen, don't judge tonight. Forget what party you belong to. At the pumps, they say pay your tax, you will get better roads. How long have you been paying tax and ain't getting better road? Forget which party you belong to. You're paying tax on every single thing. The Ministry of Finance can't give account for almost $3 billion. Who money is that? All your money. That is why all the jumping up and balling UNC and all the jumping up and balling PNM, where all the tax money going. Forget the party. Forget the party. Listen to what I'm telling all you. Where is all the tax money going? So I want to ask now, the cabinet, how much money are they spending? How much taxpayers' money are you all spending now to investigate the Auditor General office? But the Attorney General ain't want to pay for some of her legal fees. But they take taxpayers' money to pay two individuals who call him Inbert approved by the cabinet to investigate the Auditor General office, while the ministry now don't even have documents for money going missing. Or you think it right? Let me tell you something. You see me? I am a businessman in Trinidad and in Guyana and one or two other countries. But you see nonsense and finance, where tax people money is involved, is a different story. Paula, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Ooh, tone it down. Go right ahead, you're live. Hello?
Yeah.
Go right ahead, you're live on television.
But the man talking, how you going to be live on it here?
Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to understand something. All ain't getting it more real than this real. You're getting it live real. That's what you're getting. The good thing about the show is you could call in and voice your concerns and your opinion. Colin Inbert wants to say, so the press I want to hear nothing but Kamla only labeling, money gone missing, they may have no document. But which ministry it came from? Who picked it up? How much money all are spending now to do an investigation? All are investigating the person who picked up all your mistake. Caller, good night. We're going back to Earl Haywood Christopher. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
How in the first place, if she was number 16 on the list, she was elected?
How come?
How come? In the first place, Gary had always said that she was number 16 on the list. And now you come and get re-elected again?
Thank you, my friend.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
You have to realize this country is run by 5 men and nobody have no say in nothing in this country. They're supposed to be our servants. We're supposed to be in charge of our country and they're supposed to be serving us. You understand? So you have to keep up the good work, and you have to play an important role coming there. No? Yeah, you see how things going. You have to be depending on you. No?
I am doing it. As it raised in Trinidad, I bring it to light. So I would like for the cabinet to publish the appraisal performance that the Commissioner of Police did in order to give her a second term. Gary Griffin had coming out running in Trinidad and Tobago. The Prime Minister said he make a mistake. Hines said he make a mistake. They come to select a woman and put 3 days. 60 years in the end of me. Lack of performance. Tell the Joint Select Committee. Tell Trinidad and Tobago. My plans fail. But you know they still give her a second term? So according to the Prime Minister now, this is the right choice we make. According to Rastaman now. Hines, I am satisfied with her job. That is the kind of people I have running Trinidad and Tobago. So when they abandon, break up in all your house now, who are they going and call? Who are they going and call? They're going to call Hines? Who said to all you, I don't care if all you live or dead? Eh? Who said to all you, it is not my job to keep all you safe? But Trinidad and Tobago, open all your eyes. Open all your eyes. When Hines said, it is not my job to keep you safe. Let me tell you something. Bandit break up in your house and kill you, that is not his problem. Bandit break up in your house and rape the daughter and the mother and the son, that is not Hines' problem. Why? It is not my job to make you feel safe. But he is proud of the performance of the new elected Commissioner of Police for a second term. That is what we call performance, Hines. I'm going to tell you something, eh? And I say it bold without an apology. Some of all, yeah? Some of all should start getting heart attack. Take what I'm telling all you. I say it without apology. You saw, all I remember is Maxie Richard? A director? Is Maxie Richard who got the stroke? All remember him? As he come on walk, bomb shot. Few months into office, what you get? Who had to take care of him? Taxpaying citizen money had to take care of him. One thing I don't do is put water in my mouth to talk. One thing people cannot do is throw money at me and say, Saieed, we're giving you the stay quiet. You just pay me to open my mouth. You just pay me to open my mouth. Because I'm going to tell you something. When there's a minister, you have access to the treasury. The treasury is not your money, you know. The treasury is not money where you walk in from putting in your pocket, you know. The treasury is what you have access to that we call uncontrollable amount of money. I would call it. You have access to uncontrollable amount of money. What you gonna do? You're gonna do what you want. But when that privilege is taken away from you, let me tell you something. You might stand up by the road and ball 2 for 5, 2 for 5, 2 for 5. I may be the only man on television will label any minister without fear. And the good thing about it, I am not a normal man that you could run on.
In
I
this
am
country,
not a normal man
from
you can just throw money on. I am not a normal man. Let me walk over here. Don't make that mistake and take God out of your thought. Because you may not bend your foot in the morning. You may not bend your arm in the morning. Your neck might twist and stay on one side. Where's the Minister of National Security? You know, how come we are hearing something? How come we are hearing something about Hines? Oh, I am pleased with her performance. Hines, what method did the cabinet use? What method? Look at the amount of motor vehicle larceny taking place. Look at the amount of housebreaking taking place. Look at the amount of robbery taking place in the whole in Trinidad and Tobago. And absolutely nothing is being done. Hines one side, the commissioner up one side, the prime minister go on Ghana. He probably come back in Trinidad. And we as a citizen now, we had to take we tail and put it between we leg and continue paying tax-paying money. What is that money doing for us? Eh? You see on television, it giving them a salary to sit down and do nothing. That's what they're doing. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back from this break, we're going to hear young negotiation ongoing with potential buyer for Petrotrin refinery. Our next mishap in Trinidad and Tobago. But after this, you'll get more info.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So viewers, as you know, we at Real Talk, we're a financial institution, and we are the only institution in Trinidad and Tobago is offering you 4% on our fixed deposit. Now, when you open a fixed deposit with us, you are getting cash up front. What cash am I talking about? I am talking about your interest rate that you have signed up for the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or maybe 20. Your interest rate will be calculated and you will get your interest up front. So you could repair your house, you could repair your vehicle, you could go for a vacation, you could put away money for medical expense later on. You are getting your interest payment on your fixed deposit up front. Buy shares in the credit union. Open a savings account in the credit union. Open a fixed deposit finance and investment at 4% and enjoy the upfront payment, Trinidad and Tobago. It's yours only at Real Talk. We're doing that. Let me tell you something. When a man have a vision, the people around will enjoy the comfort of progress. Not much will understand that. But the one that do enjoy that or understand that, they will enjoy the progress. So back to our story. Energy Minister Stuart Young have stated that Trinidad and Tobago government remains optimistic over the sale of Petrotrin refinery as a potential buyer is getting closer to closing a deal. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
What they should do in this country bring the IMF to investigate the whole of Parliament. The whole of Parliament. Don't trip nobody. Because there's too much bacchanal going on. The whole of Parliament, close Parliament and investigate everybody.
Thank you, my friend. Well said. As well said. We could do that. But you think Ola going to do that? Hey, hear this now. I just have a feeling, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel there is somebody maybe favor Ola and put her there. Because you cannot tell me, based on performance, Ola went back there. And the whole country saw Ola fail. The whole entire country. I don't know, I could be wrong. Somebody may favor she. Somebody may be like how she performance, non-performance, and decide to give she next year. What we go do? Now, concerning the refinery, responding to the question, Young stated that in order for the sale to be completed, the government had to be sure the company would met all requirements. Listen to this.
Progressing. As the Honorable Prime Minister indicated, and as I put forward to the population in an op-ed within the last couple of days, we have always preserved the refinery and advocated for someone who has the necessary ingredients to come forward and restart the refinery and get it operating. That would be the government's on our wish list. The Prime Minister indicated that there was a particular group that we felt a sense of optimism about. We continue to be in that. I am hoping in the not too distant future we would see the necessary boxes being ticked. I mean, you have to have a source of crude, you have to have the engineering where it all, you have to have the ability to safely restart it and the financial capabilities to do so. I had a meeting with some of the individuals from it, right, as they were going through their due diligence. And I felt a sense of optimism, but let's wait and see. I don't want to be premature, and I'm hoping that should be sometime in the not too distant future, the assessment and evaluation. They have to put in a proposal, and the assessment and evaluation will then be done.
Now Trinidad and Tobago. The Petrotrain refinery was mothballed in 2018 and amid significant losses. But keep in mind, the mothball Petrotrain while Parry are making. While Parry are making it, Parry are buying fuel and selling back and them making. We who refining it in our refinery, losing. You look good. Now, since then, government has invited several entities to make offers to buy the refinery for operation. One such company was the Oilfield Workers Trade Union, Patriotic Energies and Technologies. However, in 2018, the government turned down the company offer. Finance Minister Klangenbert, in a press conference in 2018, said, based on the opinion provided, the government would have to bear the burden of financing the sale. Patriotic tried again in 2021 and was turned down again. But nevertheless, they're up. Refinery for sale. Parry are making, the refinery couldn't make. Bad management. Bad management. The only refinery in the Caribbean. The only refinery in the Caribbean. And it run to a bus. The only refinery in the Caribbean. It run to a bus. What does that tell ministers in the Caribbean? A gas and oil refinery run to a bus in Trinidad. What does that tell management? You can't manage it. What does that tell energy sectors of the Caribbean and out of Trinidad and Tobago? Always bad management. If all you run down all one refinery, what are you going to do to we country? What are you going to do to we country? Hmm? 1 million 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 1 milli Well, good, yes? Moving along. While the owners of the barge and tug that caused the Tobago oil spill have not been located, the government were contacted by a Nigerian lawyer representing the perpetrated owner, according to Energy Minister Stuart Young. Young said the oil spill impact was caused by a non-propelled tanker barge strongly suspected to be Gulf Stream, and revealed that the vessel was not registered for a number of years. He added that the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard has been working with Guyana Coast Guard and CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security Impact to assist in identifying the tug's owner. Listen to this.
Madam Speaker, the oil spill impacts to the Atlantic shoreline of the island of Tobago and to the marine environment was caused by a non-propelled tank barge strongly suspected to be the Gulf Stream. The barge Gulf Stream was classed with the American Bureau of Shipping, ABS, until the 31st of December 2018, but after that date, no further registration details were available. It was also noted that it appeared that the vessel has not been reclassed or registered for a number of years. The tug involved in the incident has been identified as a solo creed. The Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard has been working in close collaboration with the Guyana Coast Guard and the Caribbean Community Implementation Agency for Crime and Security, CARICOM Impacts, to assist in identifying the owner of the solo creed.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We have something like satellite image, and I will continue saying this. When you're a minister, your job is to come out and tell Trinidad and Tobago something that they would believe. That's your job as a minister. Whether it's right or it's wrong, you have to believe it. Keith Rowley say, I'm not shutting down Petrotrin. Trinbagonians take it. All right, the man say, not shutting down Petrotrin. Boom, shut. Petrotrin shut down. Good. Stuart Young said they can't locate the owner no matter what they do. Boy, thank God. Thank God. For the last 7 or 8 years, I have been involved in security and technology. Security and intelligence. Thank God I had the common sense about it. They have something they call satellite tracking. They have something that they call satellite image. They have satellite projection. Good. Listen to Trinidad and Tobago. From the time the boat hit Tobago and the oil spill occurred, satellite tracking. Satellite tracking. Backdate. Where did the boat last stopped? Suriname, Pakistan, Venezuela, Dongy Carcass. You trace back to see where the boat last stopped. And in that country, our Minister of Foreign Affairs will get in touch with the Minister of Foreign Affairs on that country. Go down to Coast Guard Department. Go down to Marine Department. Yeah, we're going on now. We track our boat there. It came in and landed so and so date. Who gave the approval for this boat to come into your country? And where's the paperwork? Because this boat is involved in something in our country. And we're looking for paperwork for the owner. So Stuart Young cannot come now or a media briefing or in Parliament now and tell Trinidad and Tobago that all the Coast Guard's still looking and the ministry still looking and up to now we are getting nothing. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this. Robert LaHunt Robert Lahunt wanted to bring on a device and software from Israel, I believe. Now, that particular device and software Lahunt wanted to bring was from satellite image in the sky. Satellite image in the sky. They wanted to pick up a leaking pipeline under the ground. Follow me closely. Same satellite image. Same satellite they was going to use to pick up from space a leaking pipeline in Trinidad and Tobago under the ground. As look stupid enough. Today I went and a guy haircut there. His bald head again, you know, I feel all the brain shaved out. No. I went and I lightened the hair so the brains could come out. The knowledge in the brains could come out for all you. So who can understand English? Who always say inside your bashing? I'm trying to educate you. Because you see, common sense and computer security and intelligence is my field. Finance is my field. That's the reason why now finance and investment from Real Talk will tell you 4% and we're hitting the interest up front. No commercial bank here doing that in Trinidad and Tobago. And just for you to understand, you know, Hindu credit union here is a Muslim who running it. He's a Muslim, he's a public figure, he have a vision. And this same individual have finance company running in Guyana. And we go in Grenada, we go in Barbados, and we go in Dubai just now. Now let's talk now. You think I want to sit in Trinidad and watch my own country crumble down to nothing when I could help fix it? Come Trinidad and Tobago. Where you living for your grandchildren? A mop, a broom, piece of land, or money in the bank? Where you living for them? Call a good night.
Good night, Steve.
Go right ahead, your life, my friend.
I want to bring something to your attention. This is bugging me as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago.
Talk to me.
What I observe is that even contractors think to pave the road, contract to pave the road. Not for hell they would put back the white line in the road, in the middle of the road at the end. Plenty paving, they put back more lines in the road. What is all there? We go to see the road in the night and then they want to get people tickets for fog lights and all kind of stuff. The road on them is bad. The road on them trouble. No white line in the middle. All that, what are they doing? What are they bringing the contract to do? What are they going to pay over the road to do? What's the purpose?
Mm-hmm.
You make any money, so if I'm not contract to pave you and you can't put back lines in the road, how could he get the contract to do that? How are you supposed to get contract to do that?
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. So Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this now. I don't know if somebody pulling Stuart Young foot, or they're pulling the hand, or they're pulling the little hair on the head. Listen to this. All I feel people stupid. All I listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago. Young, he said, Works Ministry, Maritime Service Division, was contacted by a Nigerian lawyer representing the perpetrated owner of the tug and the barge. However, there is reasonable suspicion related to this particular claim. Hold on, direct. Come back to me. Now, Trinidad and Tobago. This is where common sense is kicking in. And I just tell people, not everybody has common sense, you know. Although here's Stuart Young just now, but hold on. Let me just show this out before. If Saieed own a barge, and the barge go down Grenada, and it caused an oil spill in Grenada, that caused Grenadian government $30 million US. Do you think, for God in heaven's sake, do you think I will tell my lawyer to call them people in Grenada to tell them I'm responsible for it? Trinidad and Tobago, you don't have to put on your thinking cap. You don't have to get up and open your fridge. Just listen to what Stuart Young had to say. On the video there.
Additionally, the Director of the Maritime Services Division has been using these division's resources and relationships, including but not limited to reaching out to various similar divisions in CARICOM, Panama, and Africa, as well as IR Concilium, to identify the vessels and any owners of the vessels involved in and or responsible for the oil spill in Tobago. In this regard, official correspondence was dispatched to Panama and Tanzania, seeking any relevant information regarding these two vessels. The Maritime Services Division of the Ministry of Works and Transport was also contacted by a Nigerian lawyer purportedly representing someone he claimed to be the owner of the tug and barge. They are currently, that is the Maritime Shipping Division, scrutinizing the validity of the claims and have initiated inquiries with the Nigerian government. However, Madam Speaker, at this time there is reasonable suspicion related to this particular claim and correspondence.
Make that now make sense, Trinidad and Tobago. Firstly, the ship wasn't registered for a number of years. Secondly, an incident happened down in Tobago. Cost $30 million, according to Young. It could end up costing $30 million US. You think, for God in heaven's sake, you think I'm going to talk to my lawyer to call them down in Trinidad and Tobago to let them know that I may be the owner of the tug? For me to know, come now and pay $30 million US, and on top of that now, Maritime might come and tell me, well, you know what? We had a break some time because the boat is an illegal boat, and then you're transporting liquid. Do I side look stupid? I want to ask you, Chong. Oh, hey, boy, this story just keep getting better and better, you know. Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk with Saieed.
Yes. Okay, this is my name, concerning Janki Prasad, 35 Glen Road, Punjastown. We haven't got water for the past month. I mean, we burn water, we get a truck born number, they promise to come and drop water, and it's a real problem here, real chaos. And we pay our bill for the year already.
I'll pay for the whole year one time?
Janki Prasad.
Nice. And no water. Trinidad and Tobago, you think it easy? I did laugh at these ministers, you know. When I decided to come and hit all 6 for 9, I did just laugh at them. Call her good night.
Yes, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Saeed, you know what I find real funny, right?
Talk to me.
Is the fact that Stuart Young does know what's going on in everybody else's ministry. And he ain't know what's going on in your ministry. That's the funny part. Look how low that barge overturned there and them can't find you on that vessel. But they could have find a minister's son phone, right? Within a matter of minutes. Let me tell you something, Saeed. These people that just throw things out there who want to believe it, they believe it.
Thank you very much.
The thinking population are the people that is look to see everything that's going on, that is read between the lines. Let me tell you something, Saeed. Before I go, right? Paying close attention, I was reading some of the articles concerning the Auditor General and this whole fiasco that's taking place where they're trying to fight down the woman. Because of the fact that the woman say they have no documentation for the $2 billion, right? And now they're saying that all of them have the documentation.
Correct.
Let me tell you something. People have short memory in this country, you know. From the time Colin Member did fire Jawala Rambaran, who was the central bank governor, and he carried them to court and he win that $5 million roll, he should have fired Colin Member instantly. Because he fired the man on that wrongful dismissal. And Jawala win the case and he takes $5 million taxpayers dollars, you know. That didn't come from Colin Member's pocket, you know. That come out from the taxpayers' money and the treasury, you know. But people don't understand what is going on. People don't understand what's going on. And before I go side, I see a commissioner again next year in office.
Yes, boy.
And I see Fitzgerald talking, saying that how she everything is above board and thing. But I want to know if she get that year extension based on merit, or if she get that year extension based on favoritism from from the government at hand.
She can't say she perform.
People need to understand what's going on in this countryside. People need to understand. But, you know, the fact of the matter is people want PNM. So, let me tell you, everything that people getting right now side, they vote for that, you know. All those trouble license officers giving people on your people vote for that in the side. Anyway, you enjoy the side.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, before we close off this issue with the Nigerian lawyer getting in contact with Maritime, I'll listen to this last video with the Chinese boy.
Despite great efforts to date, all of these searches have failed to locate the Tug Solo Creed, which has not reactivated its automatic identification system, AIS, since the date of the incident, seemingly having fled the scene, nor led to the discovery of any definitive information regarding the ownership of the barge Gulfstream at the time of the incident. The Maritime Shipping Division has also written to the International Marine Organization for the provision of a consultant to assist with this investigation. They indicated that they are actively engaged in the process of identifying one. It is the intention of the Trinidad and Tobago government to take legal action against the owner of the barge Gulfstream and or the owner of the Solo Creed under the applicable Trinidad and Tobago legislation. At a recent meeting before the International Oil and Pollution Compensation Fund in London, when Trinidad and Tobago made submissions to this body and its members, it became apparent that unfortunately there is a global network of rogue vessels attempting to operate under the law and international obligations.
A whole long list to say that a Nigerian lawyer contact them on behalf of the owner. You think them stupid? You think them dotish? When them know them had to pay millions of dollars in compensation. Oh, let me tell you something. I didn't born yesterday. So Trinidad and Tobago are looking for this individual, Barry A. Collis. Are looking for this individual. Look at him closely. Look at him good. If anybody know of this individual, contact me tomorrow, 3391670. Now let me tell you what Barry did. Come back to me there. Now I've been saying this, there's very few people in the last umpteen years of me doing money lending is one to do nonsense and run and hide. When we contacted the brother said, well, I don't see Barry, I don't see his wife. I never expected the brother to say, well, yes, boy, they live in Long John. I never expected that. I expected the brother to say, well, we know where they're going. I expected that. But our job is to contact them. Now, let me tell you something, how fraud has happened. And Barry did not think about this before he went and committed this act. Barry used this vehicle. Barry used this theater as collateral to secure a loan from me. Now, I'm a licensed money lender. I want you to understand that. And everybody knows that from time to time. Come back to me. Now, I am a licensed money lender. When you sign a document by me, trust me, I carry it to court. Because I am licensed under the Money Lending Act in Trinidad and Tobago. My license, application in the courthouse, approved everything, and they grant me my license. I went through the full length of the procedure. It took some time, but I got through. Now, when you sign a document by me, all your documents have to be intact. The car, when Barry used the car was good. The car wasn't owing for. Good. Your collateral had to be secured by me. When Barry signed the document, he understood what he was signing. Barry was paying good, you know. Flash him back. Barry was paying very good, according to my loan officer. Barry was paying good. Barry went and sold the car. Now let's see Barry, look at Barry. Now I'm going in to tell all you the act that Barry commits and he's not aware. Watch the car good, watch Barry good. Because this is the second time it happened, and I decided to let Trinidad and Tobago know the seriousness of the offense you all have committed. Now Trinidad and Tobago, when you go to the bank, let me just drop this for you. When you go to the bank and you sign up for a loan, you give them your car to hold as security. Do you know that if you transfer that car to somebody else while owing the bank, you know you commit fraud right there? Because if you can mortgage to the bank. Did you know that? Well, if you don't know it, from tonight going forward, you will know that. So Barry come by me now, licensed money lender, have a institution running. Barry signed up all his documents. I could flash documents on screen, you know, but we're going to leave it private. Let me tell you something. After tonight, Barry family is going to be frightened for him, you know. Because having a fraud case is not an easy thing. Especially when it have evidence, is not an easy thing. So Barry now transfer the car while the car mortgage to Saieed. You know what Barry just did there? Barry committed that fraud. You know why? His vehicle is mortgaged to Saieed under an agreement. You know how this agreement became legit and sound in court and in favor of Saieed with the magistrate and magistrate with Saieed and Barry paying penalty? You know why? I am a licensed money lender. So when you sign a document by me, it's a legitimate piece of document you're signing. Now the good thing about this is we just make sure you read the document in front of our loan officer. You read it, you initial it, and you put your signature. Barry, you understand what you're reading? Yes. Barry went and transferred the car to a next owner. Sold the car to somebody else. I know where they live and I have all the info. So a lady, but I wouldn't call she name. The lady had do me nothing. Hence the reason why I am not going to call her name. So Barry, you have no idea that you breached your agreement with Saieed. You committed an offense when you sold that car. I decided to enlighten Trinidad and Tobago a little bit about how fraud is being committed in our country by signing legal documents. So now, if I were to direct police and bailiff to go by Barry house now, you know what they're going to charge Barry for? Could somebody tell me what they're going to charge Barry for? While Barry vehicle mortgage to me under a licensed agreement, Licensed Money Lenders Act, Barry sold his vehicle. And he committed a what? An offense. What type of offense? A fraud offense. That is why when you're going to sell your vehicle, the bank will tell you, if you want to sell your house while at mortgage, come in and talk to us. We will give you a letter stating that they gave you permission. So the bank will have to come at you if you sell the property without notifying them as fraud. Same thing with our vehicle. Now let's see how easy fraud is coming. Barry signed a legitimate document and went against his will now and sold the vehicle unknowing to Saieed. You see, I'm going to tell you something. People just say Saieed, oh, Saieed is a man on TV. Let me tell you something. I am 2 exams away from being a chemical engineer. I am speaking in 6 different languages. I am an accountant. have a money lending, licensed money lending financial institution running. We come and you get Real Talk Credit Union, who I am the president of it. So Barry and Barry family encourage Barry to come and talk to Saieed. Because I go tell you something. The day police get their hands on Barry, they go charge him for fraud. You know why? You breach an agreement from a licensed money lender. You sold. Or let me use the entry term. You sell the vehicle that you mortgaged to me. That is what you do. Along the here next story, we are Raquel Petiene. Trinidad and Tobago widows do things. And widows know the consequences of it. But it's my job to inform all you about my business. Now, all I remember, don't worry, we have about 2 minutes. I look at Raquel Sozano. Raquel, me and you had a long history of you running and you're ducking and you're hiding. Yeah, listen this now. Now, when we seize Raquel's vehicle, right? Raquel say, she coming and 3 months she didn't come. So me now with authorization, I seize your vehicle. I have all authority to sell back your vehicle to recover back my money. So the guy who bought the vehicle now contacted Raquel. I'm going to tell you something. For being in a position of protective service, you just have to be very careful. Come back to me. You just have to be very careful about the choices and the decisions you're making. Being a law enforcement officer, there are consequences. When the guy contacted Raquel started to tell the man now, oh, Saieed not supposed to sell his vehicle, and he's not supposed to do this, and he's not supposed to do that. Raquel, I seize your vehicle because of non-payment from you. And I had authorization to sell your vehicle to recover back my money, which you borrowed and failed to pay. Now the guy contacted Raquel and telling the guy one set of Nancy story and failing to come to transfer the vehicle. That's what Raquel doing. But do you know? I remember when they had the issue where Kamala bring up with the Attorney General Paris when he didn't want to transfer the Porsche, the Porsche Macan. And remember, in a few days' time, Paris get transferred. Raquel, do me a favor. For a law enforcement officer, do not go down this road. Do not go down that road, because you will put yourself in consequence. And your board, your team, your captain, I don't think they're going to move easy with you. When you're supposed to be enforcing, you're de-forced. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, a repeat of this program is tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Until we meet again, good night.